Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We close out today's show on this July the 16th. Frank Barton is sitting in as a co-host, and over in the corner taking notes and doing all sorts of stuff is our webmaster himself, Guy Trebo. There you go. It's going to post all this. We should have Greg Ratliff, our show producer. We should have this the show today on our website, but later this afternoon if Greg gets it all done. Is right, Greg?
I might. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, thank you, Greg. That's your words of encouragement right there and everything. And Frank is in with me, but let's switch gears. We talk a little bit duck hunting. Got Frank all excited right there. Let's go back to fishing. Let's go back to fishing. Now look at him. He's kind of sad now and everything. But we've kind of been doing some ICAST interviews on the show today. Of course, our man Ron Wong is down there at ICAST. Bless his heart. Golly, I bet he's everywhere. He's probably already worn out 3 pairs of shoes running around there. But got recent news lately, and we've done a lot with this gentleman that's coming up right now over the years at our show, but he's got a different position, and I think he is really happy. But I wanted to thank him first for all he did where he was in his previous company. But that's our good friend Jesse Simpkin. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning, Larry. How are you?
Oh, Jesse, we're doing great up here in Memphis. I would rather be in Park Falls, Wisconsin.
Well, let me tell you, it's a special place.
It is a special place, Jesse. And let's talk to our listeners out there, because I know you're with a different company for a long time. Tell them what you're doing right. Tell our listeners what your new position is.
Well, I'm the director of marketing for St. Croix Rod.
Yes.
The best rods on earth. Everything is handcrafted right there in Park Falls, Wisconsin, and they are a legacy brand in the industry. They are so much like the company I was with before in so many aspects. Family owned. They're really interested in making sure that they have the highest quality product, and more so, they are interested in making sure the consumer is happy with their product after they purchase.
Well, it looks like, and I know St. Croix, people know, and I didn't realize this, a 1948 manufactured bamboo fishing poles for a Minneapolis hardware store chain. And look, and now, everybody has roots, and everybody wonders, they're big and things along that line. So when the opportunity came to go to St. Croix, I think you mentioned this is one of the places that you jotted down that you would love to maybe work for sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a dear friend who's been in the fishing industry for 55 years. And
oh, man.
He 55 years seriously in the fishing industry. And he asked me one day, if I had a choice, if I was going to leave my previous employer, who would I want to work with? And why? And, I thought about it for a long time, and a lot of those qualities came up about being family-owned and really they take care of their employees as well as their customers so very well. And they're a legacy brand, and they're a top brand in their category. And when I wrote those all down, St. Croix was at the top of that list. And so when the opportunity came through, I am a very blessed man. I get to do something that really I didn't expect to do, but when the opportunity arose, I knew I was going to take advantage.
Well, we're talking to Jesse Simpkin, he's the director of marketing for St. Croix Fishing out of Park Falls, Wisconsin, and Park Falls is near where?
That is in the northern part of the state, right in the middle. So
I thought
we're about an hour south of Lake Superior.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you're there.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm going from what I was considering a fishing wasteland, which was outside of Chicago.
Yes.
To an area where the county that I am going to be living in has 2,200 fishable lakes. 2,200
fishable lakes. Now, of course, come winter, they'll all be ice fishing, right? So.
Well, yes, sir. And you know what? I grew up ice fishing, so this
that's
is
what
great
I thought.
for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be able to drill holes and go catch them fish.
So where'd you grow up?
It's really hard to throw a Carolina rig down one of those holes, but we figure out ways to do it.
Yeah. Where'd you grow up, Jesse?
Right outside of Chicago.
That's what I thought. And so going to this place, and well, tell our listeners, you've been at ICAST and everything. What's new coming out of St. Croix? But I know one thing, folks, I've been in that area. I've been to Hayward and up in the top part of the state on trips and things along that line. Before we talk about what's coming up, you guys have now opened up that place, and you're giving tours. Is that right?
Absolutely. And thanks for saying that, Larry, because, we offer tours from May 1st to September 30th, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. every day. But because we want this to be kind of a, lack of a better term, an intimate experience with the consumer and the manufacturing process, we limit it to 10 people a day.
Well, that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing is that people are really getting to understand what it truly means to handcraft a fishing rod and how many steps it takes and the amount of people that it takes. And the one thing that's been resonating through all of this is the fact that the people who, after they take the tour, they all remark about how much pride is taken in every step of the process.
Well,
the individual people are so happy to be doing what they're doing and take such pride in the product that they're amazed when they get off the tour.
I think more companies, and of course this being a company so old and people so familiar with, need to do this and allow folks to see the process. Now, I know some of these places can't because they're branching out and they got places all over the world, but this is a place, folks, and I know a lot of our folks in the Mid-South, the Memphis area, will head north up to Wisconsin, Michigan, and Greg Ratliff's sitting right here from Chicago. A lot of folks will head up there. It's a great vacation destination, and now you have a chance to go by one of the legendary homes of fishing. So
let me tell you something. I'll give a personal invite to your listeners to come up, catch our fish, and see how we make our rods.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And, Jesse, what do you got new coming out this year? Because I need to get me something that's lightweight, will help me catch fish, and will be in my hands. And what are you grinning at over there? You know that I love to fish, and these guys have been in the fishing business from.
He wants something to outfish his wife.
No, there you go. Okay, you just said it. All right, you just said it now because my wife is the better fish. Thank you, Frank. But what do you guys got coming out? And I know the Legend Series is remarkable. Go ahead and sit down, Frank. You've said your stuff, but Jesse's always helped me out. What's coming up now?
Well, we've got two products that are really exciting for our freshwater fishermen.
Okay.
The first one being the Bass X. Bass X is our new rods that we're introducing, but at a really accessible price point. They're $100.
Oh, come on.
The quality and the care that went into these, right? You don't find a high-quality St. Croix bass fishing rod for a $100 retail.
No.
I remember distinctly the day that they put it in my hand, and I felt it. I'm like, wow, this is really light, very sensitive. It's all the production qualities and technology that St. Croix is known for.
Yeah.
And I said, well, how much is it? And they said, well, it's $100. I said, so a retailer can get this for $100? They said, no, it retails for $100.
Oh, my gosh.
Unbelievable. And it's in spinning and casting rods, but all the great bass fishing, right, powers and actions, right, all the great pan fishing powers and actions on the spinning side. They're a wonderful product. You need to look for them.
All right, I'm looking for them.
So, but you guys talk about the Legend, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm really proud of that we introduced this year is our Legend glass series.
Oh, really?
You know,
yeah.
The crankbaits and spinnerbaits, are such an important part of our arsenal. And glass rods, right? It's that throwback to the early 70s where everybody had those glass rods where when you set the hook, that hook remained lodged, they got to play the fish for you.
Yeah.
And you're not ripping those hooks out. Well, now we've got these Legend glass rods that are 100% linear S glass with all the best components. But really, what it is the feel of the rod itself.
That's what I think. A lot of them have lost the feel of the rod itself, and you guys have had that because you don't sell it unless you believe in it yourself.
No, I don't sell it unless I go out and use it first.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. So is that are both of these on the market now?
Larry, they're going to be available starting in November. November 1st, we know they're going to be out in the retail market.
Good. Okay, November the 1st. So get that. And so Jesse, tell them how they could get information more about St. Croix.
Well, they can go to our website, of course, at www.stcroixrod.com. And that's the best place to get it. Or you know what? We love it when people call us, right? We want to have a personal connection with our consumers. So use our 800 number.
Yeah. And you could set up. You can also email them at factorytour@stcroixrods.com if you want to set up a tour.
Set up a tour. Come see what we do. It's really a special experience. And I think you'll have a great appreciation for what a handcrafted rod means once you see the process. And then, of course, once you have them in hand and you just feel that fish take the bait.
Well, I love to have them in my hands, and I'll hand it to my wife, and she'll catch the fish. And that's what that's what. Justice Simpkin, thank you, buddy. I can tell in your voice that you're happy. What's going on with you, and congratulations on the position. I know you're going to have a great time up there, and please stay in touch with us, Outdoors with Larry Ray here in Memphis. Okay, buddy?
I will do that, Larry. Thanks so much for having me on this morning.
All right.
It's a pleasure talking to you again, as always.
We got your number. We know where to find you, Jesse. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, man. All right.
Take care.
All right. Jesse Simpkin, now at St. Croix Fishing Rods. Let me tell you what's on next week's show real quickly. Ron Wong and Bill Cooksey will be in the studio. We're going to talk about the Forest Wood Cup. That's next week's show, the Forest Wood Cup. And then, of course, Frank, things are going on right now at your places. Forest City is now up and running.
Open Forest City on the first day of July.
And it is located where on Forest City?
If you get off at the Forest City exit and turn back to the right or to the north, like you're going to Wynn.
Okay.
We are the second block on your right, and we're in the existing building that we got right now, and probably within 30 days, we'll be tearing part of that building down and putting up a brand new showroom on that piece of property, and really it's going to be very attractive building.
And you will be selling what there?
Polaris products right now, and then also Easy Go golf carts and Bad Boy buggies.
Okay, and then of course
for right now we have other plans though.
Frank's always got other plans, and I didn't realize, Frank, that you went to Rhodes, and you were a kicker.
Right. Yeah,
I did not realize that until
I was on the 1977-78 Rhodes football team that had the best record in the history of the school.
Wow!
I tell everybody we were ranked 11th in the country.
And
the reason why I know we were ranked 11th because they only ranked the top 10, and then everybody else was just listed, and all the other ones were just listed. So we could have been 11th. Who knows?
I hadn't known that. Was Don Lear the coach?
Who was the coach? Dick Thornton.
Dick Thornton was the one and only Dick Thornton.
Coach Thornton.
Yeah, Coach Thornton from the Southman.
That's right.
And the Grizzlies.
That's
right. Things like that. Okay.
Right.
So Mike Clary, was Mike Clary there?
Mike Clary graduated the year, my junior year.
Okay.
And then it was the following year that we were 9-1-1. Barely missed the playoffs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Were you a soccer style kicker or you head on?
Soccer style, barefoot.
Barefoot.
Still have a record up there, actually.
What's your longest field goal?
I didn't have to kick very many field goals because we scored touchdowns. So that's my record. That's the record. I have the record for the most extra points in a single season.
Really?
Still up there.
Frank Barton. See what you learn about people. You're in the duck blind with him. You never learn anything because he's too busy blowing the call. But thank you, Frank. Thank you for being here this morning.
Good show.
Always a great show. Guy Trebo, thank you for back over in the corner making noises and things like that. Greg Ratliff, thank you. And again, next week's show will be FLW Tour, and then the show after that, the 5th Saturday. Well, we got some great guests lined up on that 5th bonus Saturday, we call it, with Gene Smith and Charlie Covington. Guarantee you Charlie will have us a poem. And then, don't forget, August the 6th, 15th anniversary show, and we'll have some special things coming up on that. So this is Larry Ray reminding you, I do each and every week, it doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And man, we need to, God bless our country.
You can find